Ladies and gentlemen, Raila Odinga yesterday jetted back into the country. Remember, he flew outside the country to attend that US African summit, a summit that he told the whole country and his supporters that was an invitation from the US President Joe Biden. While in the US, there were several questions that his supporters were asking. One of them was why there is no any photo or any information about Raila Odinga in the US. And I want to believe that now that he is back, the supporters are happy and is going to answer some of those questions. But before Raila went to Washington, D.C., there were several projects that he had undertaken, but they are still pending. In this video, I want us to look at what are the projects that Raila had initiated, political projects that is, that he had initiated, and we are waiting to see whether he wants to complete or abandon them. Before we look at some of these political projects, allow me to request you to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our videos. Number one project is that of the GMO. When the President of Kenya decided to invite the importation of GMO materials into the country, Raila Odinga was angered and he opposed this idea and told off William Ruto not to undertake unilateral decisions. And Raila Odinga made it clear that before Kenyans start consuming the GMO material, then all the stakeholders must be brought on board. As a result of his tough stand, the Catholic Church joined him in condemning this act of compelling Kenyans to consume the GMO. The farmers in Rift Valley condemned this act and they complained very bitterly. These are one of the things why Raila had put the government in place before he flew to the Washington, D.C. And while there, many experts believe that they were going to have a meeting maybe with William Ruto and Joe Biden to try and iron out issues that are surrounding the GMO. So we are waiting now that Raila is back. What is his stand? Is he still going to oppose this idea, or have they ironed out and now when he comes back, he's going to advise Kenyans to take the GMO materials? Number two, Raila Odinga had planned several rallies, what he had termed consultative meetings with his people. Because in those meetings, he was saying that they were comparing notes, asking Kenyans whether Ruto is implementing the promises that they gave during the campaigns. And the first one that really sent jitters within the corridors of government was held in Kamkuji, and it was thrown to capacity. The supporters were very ready, and they are still very ready. Because I realized that before that meeting, people like the Deputy President had mocked Raila that if he wants to conduct such meetings, then he should bring his daughter Winnie, and Kalonzo should bring his son into the country. And they thought that Raila supporters are tired, that they cannot attend such meetings. But that meeting was really a warning bell to the government, and that is the reason that many believe forced William Ruto to talk to the USA to urgently invite Raila Odinga to fly out of the country so that the parallel meeting that was supposed to take place in Jakaranda could not go on, because they were going to discuss weighty issues and it was going to be, people were going to fill into capacity and it was going to humiliate the government. In fact, you realize that William Ruto gave some incentives that those who are going to attend the Madaraka Day celebration were going to be given some training. So we are waiting to see whether Raila is still serious with the meetings, because they had said that these meetings shall continue. Even when Opiyo and I, the minority leader, was giving Kenyans this information that they had cancelled the Jacaranda meeting, he said that the consultative meetings would resume. Now that Raila is back, I know Kenyans are waiting, his supporters are waiting, because I have gathered some information. The supporters are very ready, because people are suffering. The promises that were given are not yet coming. Things like the cost of life is still very high. So they really wanted to go to this meeting so that they look for an alternative. So we are waiting to see whether Raila Odinga is going to conduct these meetings or is going to stop. And if he stops, then we must give Kenyans valid reasons why the meetings are not going to continue. The other thing that Kenyans are waiting to see or hear from Raila Odinga, because it started before he flew out of the country, is the creation of his office. There is this office that is initiated by William Ruto, where he wrote a letter instructing the two speakers of the National Assembly and that of the Senate to fast-track the creation of an office of a chief opposition leader. And while Raila was away, some of his very closest allies, people like the governor of Siaya, James Orengo, Raila MP Chindamolo, and several lawyers within Azimio had taken a position saying that if that office has to be created, then it has to go through the popular initiative where the people must ratify, the county assemblies must ratify, it has to go to the referendum. But the government seems to hold an opinion that this office shall be created as a result of parliamentary amendments. So Raila comes back because several experts believe that maybe William Ruto was giving Raila Odinga this office to tell him so that he can slow down on the hot critics that he had initiated. In fact, others are even insinuating that one of the reasons why Raila went to Washington DC and cancelled very hurriedly the Jacaranda meeting was because walimnong'onezea kwamba kuna ofisi anapewa. Even some of the political analysts, those who are allied to the Kenya Kwanza, had indicated that Raila had been compromised. So his fans are waiting for him to give his opinion, a clear opinion on what is going to happen. Is he going to take this office? And if he has to, is he going to be through popular initiative or parliamentary? So these are some of the things that Kenyans are really waiting to hear. Maybe the very last one is his opinion on the 4 dissenting commissioners. Remember that one of the very first initiatives, one of the things that made Raila to go to the streets was this issue of Juliana Cherera, Justus Nyong'aya, Irene Masit and Francis Wanderi, the 4 commissioners who disagreed with Chebukati. Raila had read this chief and he has made it very clear before that William Ruto is trying to avenge these commissioners because they showed the whole world the rot that was going on within the IEBC. And he also feels that by breaking away from Chebukati, these commissioners really dented the legitimacy of William Samoei Ruto. And so in preparation for 2027, William Ruto is trying to kick them away so that he can have a fresh team that will aid his victory in 2027. And in fact, this was one of the, I think the biggest reason why Raila wanted to go to the streets. Together with Martha Karua and Kalonzo Musyoka, they had condemned the idea of trying to investigate these commissioners to send them home. Now, even as we speak, 3 of them have resigned. The only one remaining is Irene Masit, who had also indicated that she's been intimidated. And when Raila was away in the USA, there were several things that came up, new developments about these commissioners. There is this issue of accommodation in one of the apartments in Yaya. And so we are waiting to see whether Raila Odinga is going to talk about it. Is he going to add his opinion? Now that William Ruto has given the green light and they are being investigated, and I believe that William Ruto wants them to go home. If it is true that Raila is going to be given an office, people are really waiting. When he takes this office, is he still going to talk about Cherera and the team? What is his opinion now that he is back? Does he still hold the stand that the Cherera team are going nowhere, and what is he going to do about it? So as Raila flies back home, these are projects that he had started, he left them hanging. We want to see exactly what is going to happen and his opinion about these projects, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you think from where you are. Do you think that Raila should now give us the way forward concerning all the things that have lined down here? Do you think the supporters are waiting with bated breath? Ladies and gentlemen, that is my take.